I love records. I collect them. Some people these days, young people, they tend to call it vinyl, don't they? I prefer records because that's what they are. In their purest form, a needle scratching a record of a moment straight into a piece of plastic. A moment in a recording studio. And in their purest form, they would record everything. Not just the music they were trying to record, but all the little accidental, half-forgotten moments that go to make up a life. Every bum note, every drop piece of paper, every cough. And when you get a record home, it carries on recording. Only this time, it's recording you. The crude magic of your diamond stylus gradually ghosting your presence into these records' lives. A patina of surface noise, of clicks and pops and crackles. That time bouncing around the living room to My Favourite Dress with Molly that winds up jumping the needle forever. That time after the breakup when whole wide world takes a battering, round and round and round and round again and again and again and again and again until sadness gouges its own rough moan deep into the plastic. Moments layering on top of moments, memories obliterating older memories. Records, they're so bloody human. And just like humans, they often wind up as an unlistenable mess. And then one day they just warp and die. And there's a little bit of sadness in a corner of the world and we all just move on. So that's the upbeat opening. Hiya, my name is Jonny Fluffypunk, stand-up poet, storyteller, theatre maker, lo-fi renaissance man. And I'm presenting for you today in this lean-to shed on the back of a small terraced house in Gloucestershire. The opening sequence of my show, How I Came to Be Where I Never Was. A coming of age story set in the mid-80s. On the outskirts of London, but it could be any city. It could be any little periphery, satellite place on the edge of somewhere where it's really happening. But where you're happening, it isn't. Sorry, where you are, it isn't happening. So, we shall proceed. So I don't just collect records, I collect other stuff as well. I collect maps, ordnance survey maps. Who doesn't love a good map? I want you to picture my bedroom wall. 1984, I'm aged 15, covering one whole wall of my bedroom, a giant ordnance survey map of our local area, and covering 2/3 of that map, the great grey sprawling mass of London. 1980s London. Picture being a teenager growing up in that. Picture it. The sights, the sounds, the throb, the buzz, the pulse, the music, the clubs, the counterculture in full swing, every possible permutation of deviant hairstyle and political attitude known to man. All woman, comrade, all going on beneath the great grey weeping eye of Ken Livingstone's 1980s nuclear-free London sky. Picture a teenager growing up in that, eh? Picture that. Picture it, right? And then take the picture and just screw it up. Screw it up. Because there's none of that. None of that where we're going. And why not? Because my mum and dad ran away from all of that, didn't they? They ran away from it when they had me. They ran away from Hackney in northeast London because they had middle class aspirations, and so they thought it would be better if the kids grew up to die long and lingering deaths from ennui out in the sticks rather than just getting stabbed by their classmates. So we moved out, and we're on that map. We're still on that map, but we're talking top left-hand corner, about 10 o'clock. Out by the then new blue noose of the M25, out where that great exciting scribble of the city gives way to a dribble of satellite towns, substations, retail parks, ring roads, and thousands upon thousands of commuters gathered like witches on station platforms at 7 a.m. to collectively curse the outer London public transport system. Little Kingshill, that's where we are, Little Kingshill. And if Little Kingshill has a throb, if it has a pulse, if it has a beat, then maybe it dances to the muffled whomp drum beat of 1,000 slammed chest freezers. And to that sorry music, make your way through the village till you get to our house. And you'll know our house because you'll see my dad on his hands and knees in the front garden, pulling weeds out of the lawn like cornered partisans. Because the front gardens round here, they're like little Vietnams. And look at my dad living the dream, the home-base Rambo. No gun, no grenades, oh no, just a cold, clean iron will, brown polyester action slacks and a tub of Fison's Lawn Doctor. Push past him and come up to the house. Press your face against the window, against the glass, and there, interned behind the ever-locked double glazing, that's me. Slumped at the kitchen table, 1984, aged 15, gazing at the back of a Weetabix pack, where the gang of cartoon whole wheat skinheads hints at a world of camaraderie and casual violence, of opportunity and fun, as distant to me as the Heathrow jets that rumble ceaselessly overhead. Remember these? Are cartoon skinheads a good way to advertise Weetabix? Do cartoon skinheads imply that Weetabix is somehow tough and no nonsense? Do cartoon skinheads imply that Weetabix is aggressively proletarian? And that's an attractive quality in a breakfast cereal? Or are cartoon skinheads simply a coded admission that Weetabix is unpalatable to the vast majority of the general population? I don't know. I had no answers to these or to 1,000 other questions, because back then I wasn't this man of the world that burbles so confidently into this camera. Oh no. At best, I was a child of the M40 corridor, slumped at that table, in that kitchen, in that house, in Little Kingshill, in the district of High Wycombe. 2 pubs, 1 school, no shop, known to us as home and to estate agents as desirable. So that was filmed yesterday in the lean-to on the back of our house in glorious Corona vision. It's the scene setting bit at the beginning of my show, How I Came to Be Where I Never Was. A story about being somewhere you don't belong, about coming of age in the middle of nowhere with excitement just out of reach, like a child with their face pressed against a sweet shop window. About first love, youth clubs, listening to late night radio under the bed covers. About memory, forgetting and letting go. Suitable for anyone who's been young, been in love, or just been alive, really. And I hope one day to be able to say the whole thing into your beautiful, soft, human faces. Till then, wash your hands.